up, you guys? It's Lene Marie back with another video, and this one is going to be on how I straighten my natural hair. So of course I start off using my favorite product, which is Patrick Bradley Psychedelic Cleansing Shampoo. I go in with a hydration shampoo, and then I follow up with a very hydrating conditioning treatment. So the first step, of course, is you wash your hair, but I didn't put that part because it was too complicated to do, to try to record it. So of course this is me just detangling my hair, putting it in sections so that I could start my blow dry. So with my blow drying method, because your arms can get very tiring, I always pre-stretch the hair with the blow dryer because it just makes it so much easier, and then I follow up with a brush. So therefore I could definitely smooth all my hair strands and make sure that everything can get as straight as possible before I start the straightening process, so that I don't have to go over my hair as many times with the flat iron, which will also avoid heat damage. One pass and that should be pretty good. Oh yeah, at this point it was really hot. So alright, you guys, make sure that you always use a nozzle on your blow dryer, because it just protects it, because the blow dryer can get extremely hot. And if you ever look at a blow dryer, it has those hot metal rods right there, so putting that directly on your hair, it really is not that healthy. So make sure you always put a nozzle or something on it just to prevent like that direct hot heat onto your hair. So at this point I'm almost done. Y'all know this blow dry took forever, but if it wasn't for iMovie, we would have been here for some hours. Alright, so I'm basically just going in. Okay, now that the blow dry is complete, make sure that you always put yourself underneath the dryer to dry out any excess water that might be in your scalp that you really didn't get to get. About 15 minutes under the dryer would do good depending on your thickness. I do about 20, so maybe 15 to 10 for somebody who has thinner hair. So now I go in with my favorite flat iron, of course. Bought it from Sally's for $50, you guys. Like, let's get to it. So now I am going in with my chasing method with my comb, because you always want to make sure that your hair is basically like combed out and blow dried as much as possible. But when you go in with the comb before, well actually in front of the flat iron, it basically makes it where like the heat will like get evenly on all the strands, so you don't have to keep going back over because you forgot this piece or forgot that piece. But if you did forget a piece, it's okay, go back over it. It ain't gonna do that much damage, but you kind of want to minimize as many passes as you could do. So between 1 and 2 passes I only like to do. So now I'm basically just taking small sections. You don't want too big of a section because you want to make sure that you get everything, so you don't have a lot of like going back in and trying to get this piece and going back over pieces that are already straight. So make sure that you do small sectioning and follow through. So just a tip that I want to throw out there: when you are straightening your hair, the blow dry is like the most important part, because if you get your hair as straight as possible, you see that you don't have to go through with the flat iron as much because your hair strands are already pretty much straightened. So make sure that that blow dry, like even if it takes you hours, girl, get to it, because that is a very important part if you want your hair to be as bone straight as possible. And of course small sectioning, but the blow dry is important, you guys. Do not rush the blow dry. Like this, that plays a major part, and it just makes the straightening part so much easier because it's already like, it's just get to it, like it's easy. y'all. So I don't know what song was playing and I don't know what I was listening to, but it had to be the jam because I was going in. But so now basically what I'm doing is I'm just taking my hair and my ends and I'm pulling it out to see the damage, because I hadn't straightened my hair for like a really long time. So I know I had some split ends and I just kind of want to dust those off. But my hair is in layers, you guys, so I'm only dusting what I can really see, because I don't want to create further layers in my hair. So I'm kind of just going in and just doing like, I'm not really going in depth, like I'm really not. And of course I'm point cutting. I never do blunt cuts because when you have layers, blunt cuts look horrible because it just looks like it's just stacked. So if you do have layers and you want to try to give yourself a self trim, always point cut. That way you don't create any harsh lines in your hair, and it kind of just makes the hair like layers and fall, especially if you have curls. Like that will look really nice. Alright, so after you get done with those ends, make sure that you have a plastic cap on hand and of course a paddle brush. So basically you just comb your hair all down how your hair basically grows, so you don't have any parts or anything like that. You basically just comb it all. And then I start always behind the ear and then I take it and I wrap it around. That way it kind of creates that like smoothing effect of just like laying everything down so that everything can become one. And because wrapping is so hard for me, I always use these type of clips because I don't have 4 hands, so I can't hold everything in my head. So therefore, if you have any clips or anything like that, you know, you can use those of course. And you just want to clip everywhere pretty much, just to make sure that, you know, it kind of keeps the wrap in form. Now y'all, I am not the best wrapper, so I did what I could, as you can see. So you put basically the cap over it and then you just slide out the clips. Make sure you do not go under the dryer with the clips on. You just want to do that just to hold the hair in place as you put the cap on. So now you just basically rotate the cap just to kind of get everything back into motion that could have fell out after you took the clips out. And then I put a net on top just for the effect because I wanted it a little bit flatter. And then send the dryer for about 15 minutes. Now, you don't want to send the dryer too long. Just make sure that you're not sweating your head whatsoever, because then this whole silk press is a bust. So now I'm just going to take my cap off and do, you know, the famous calm down. So now I'm basically just combing through, and y'all, I did the best I could on my ends, but of course I'm gonna go to a professional and let them dust the rest. I just don't want to create any more layers because I'm trying to grow my layers out. So I did what I could, and this is the final result, you guys. So of course, if you like my video, please follow me on YouTube and on IG. My name is in the corner. And slow mo for the girls, yes. Okay, so thank you for watching my video, you guys.